Moons. I am Josie the Mustang, the afro-latina goddess of witches, and you're aligned with the frequency of the luanovapodcast. And in today's episode, to close out the Aphrodite's algorithm series, you are going to be picking from 3 angel numbers. Now, you all seem to really, you go nuts for the angel number readings. I don't know why, but those are the most listened to episodes that I have. And so that's why with me, you are going to be choosing from 3 options. Option 1 is 222. And I'm sorry, so let me rewind here. I chose these oracle cards from my, you know this by now from listening to the Text from the Universe part of the show. I have 2 decks of oracle cards that have angel numbers on them with messages. I'm not going to say the messages yet because the disclaimer hasn't run, but I am going to give you the numbers to choose from. So these are the 3 cards that I ended up pulling for you. The first one is 222. Okay. I'm running on no sleep here, so I'm sorry if I sound all over the place. The next card is 2828. So that's the next angel number. And the third angel number is 999. And again, that is 222, 2828, and 999. Okay. Look at the show notes. If right now you don't have time to pick one and you just have to listen to all of them, maybe you're in the middle of doing hard labor and you're like, look, I'm a blue collar worker. Okay. Listening to you. I cannot stop what I'm doing to pick a number and all that. That's okay. Listen to all 3 readings. Even if all 3 resonate with you, that's fine. This is not a timed reading or anything like that. All right. So new moons, I'm not going to waste any time because like I said, I'm exhausted. I'm all over the place. Right now, when I say I'm all over the place, meaning that I have 10,000 things to do and I know I need to get them done, but I also refuse to rush a reading. So give me one moment because I'm going to just take a sip of water. I am going to let this disclaimer run, and then that gives you a moment to think about what your choice is. 222, 2828, or 999. Check the show notes for these numbers, okay?
By continuing to listen, you are consenting to a collective tarot reading by Josie the Mustang. With over 17 years of experience, Josie approaches tarot with intention and respect. She is not accepting private readings at this time. This message is collective in nature and may or may not resonate. Take what speaks to you and release the rest. Ao continuar ouvindo, você está consentindo com uma leitura coletiva de tarô feita por Josie the Mustang. Com mais de 17 anos de experiência, Josie aborda o tarô com intenção e respeito. No momento, ela não está aceitando leituras particulares. Esta mensagem é de natureza coletiva e pode ou não ressoar com você. Aproveite o que falar com você e libere o resto.
All right, so starting off with those of you who chose 222. The card says abundant blessings. Abundance is flowing toward you. Keep your thoughts positive and watch your dreams manifest. So for those of you who chose 222, I'm going to be starting off with your reading, and we're going to try to do a 2-card reading. So Spirit, this is for my new moons. What message do you have for them regarding Aphrodite's algorithm, regarding her message? Her message is clear about worthiness, about how we see ourselves, about how we treat ourselves, about how we allow other people to treat us. So what do you see would be a good message to send to those people who chose 222? All right. This message can be straight from Aphrodite. What is that message? Okay. Okay, so we're starting off with the 6 of Cups. And Spirit, can you clarify why the 6 of Cups? Okay. Because I know whenever I see the 6 of Cups, I typically smile. That can be kind of a joyful time to look back. All right. Okay. That makes a lot of sense. All right. So those of you who chose 222, I can see that the issues that may be surrounding how you see your worthiness are financial. Okay. So what I'm seeing here is that with this 6 of Cups energy is telling me that In the beginning, you weren't aware back then that you were going through anything. And I'm referring to your childhood. There was this point in your life where it hit you that, wow, we really don't have much, huh? We really are lacking, not in love, not lacking in any of that, but we're lacking maybe the bare necessities. And so you began to understand that it was maybe a struggle for you. And you're still nostalgic about that time in your life. You don't look at it as necessarily a negative, but it had a bigger impact on you than you think, because it impacted how you manifest money. Because now that you are an adult, what I'm seeing is that you tend to be afraid to make big moves. Maybe you wanted to go on vacation forever, but you're like, well, but what if? I mean, there's always going to be what ifs in the world. There's always. It's always going to be a time in your life where you have to make a decision between, do I really want to do this? Is this what I really want? Or should I just hang back and not have that experience or not buy that thing? And when it comes to buying things, obviously that's a little different. But let's say that you're just refusing to get a new car, but your car just keeps breaking down, it's falling apart, and you're just refusing. You're refusing. And I can already tell that the reason why that popped in my head is that is happening to one of my listeners. It's time to make that move. Okay? Because what I see here, remember, the tarot never lies. Never ever lies. And with the Four of Pentacles, is that you're great at saving money. You're great at conserving in general. But it has caused what happened to you as a kid, or what you saw as a kid, or even how you were taught about money as a kid, has created a scarcity mindset. And the scarcity mindset is when you're like, well, but you have to work hard and you have to save, and you can't spend anything, because if you do, then you won't have anything left. And so you never actually live. All you do is just, basically, you're just a worker bee. You work. That's it. You never spend anything. You never buy yourself anything. You can, but you don't. And don't get me wrong, I'm not going to say that I have not been this way as well. But what caused me to get out of this mindset is me realizing that I wasn't living. When I used to sell cars, man, I was good at it. But then I would look at my life and say, okay, besides like a ridiculously expensive car and some Louis Vuitton bags, what do I really have here? And that emptiness set in. Because that scarcity mindset had taken over. Because yes, I didn't grow up with much. And it obviously affected me, whether I saw it or not. And so you can ignore it, but it did affect you. Or you started buying a bunch of things you didn't need. You know? And all of a sudden I have this massive collection of, insert here, but I don't even use it. Now, I say this, now there's not a lot of things I collect. I collect things, but not a lot. Hello Kitty is the biggest collection that I have. I love Hello Kitty, and you know this. I've been collecting since I was in middle school. I wish I still had that collection, but I don't. But I use those things. You know what I mean? Some people will collect things, but they never use them. They're just on a shelf collecting dust. I don't suggest you do that. I suggest that you understand that this 222 abundant blessings, that there's a reason why it's matching this tarot reading. Abundance is flowing toward you. Remember, that's what this oracle card says. Keep your thoughts positive and watch your dreams manifest. Keep your thoughts positive. Meaning that if you know that you don't really need to add more to that collection, but what you do need is a vacation, take the vacation. Okay? I don't care if it's a day. I don't care if you just get away from your city and you go to a different city. That change your atmosphere. Change your outlook. Because your outlook is telling me that it's stopping that money from flowing. Let that money flow. That's what it wants to do. Think of it like water. Money is like water. It just wants to flow. Money is just an energy. Your energy is saying to it, I don't want to match your energy because I had nothing. So what if I have nothing again? And so what happens? Money gets scared and says, oh, okay, well, I can't come over here. You're not ready for me. Your energy is dusty. No, absolutely not. You got cobwebs everywhere. No, you're not ready. But this 222 is telling me that the universe is ready and is waiting on you. How many times do I have to tell you all this? The universe is waiting on you. That's always the case. All right, new moons. Those of you who chose 222, that's your message for this week. And that is what Aphrodite is telling you, that abundance is trying to knock on the door. And by the way, that's one of her numbers, 222. She likes duality. Big time. So, no shocker there. And I don't put timestamps on my podcast, and nor do I make my team. So you can timestamp it right here and say that I'm about to get into the reading for people who chose 2828. And the oracle card for 2828 says, abundance is yours. Abundance is yours to claim. Be open to receive the gifts of the universe. Okay, so what do you want an abundance of? You want an abundance of snacks? Do you want an abundance of sparkling water? Because that's what I want an abundance of. What do you want an abundance of? An abundance of insert here? I don't know. I kind of lost it there. All right, Spirit. What does Aphrodite want to say to the people who chose 2828? Oh, look at that card. That's fitting. That's fitting. The World. Card 21. The World. No shocker there. By the way, Taurus, picking up on your energy strong, which makes sense. You are ruled by the planet Venus. So that makes total sense here. Big Taurus energy right now. But let's see. Besides my favorite of the earth signs, what other energy are we getting? Oh my goodness. What did I do? What did I do? Hold on, new moons. That's not going to work, is it? This always happens, new moons, where I will be doing a reading and then realize, wait a second, fix your deck. Your deck's all over the place, Josie. It's not upside down because it's a reverse. I don't read reverse cards, by the way. If you're new to my show, that's not my thing. It is extremely rare that I read reverse cards. So if my cards are reversed, it means that when I was shuffling somewhere along the way, I just put them in upside down accidentally because they look exactly the same on, the back side of them. So shuffling. This card wants to fly out, and it is the Page of Wands. And that makes so much sense because there's so much potential in my new moons. So starting off with the World, you have already completed a goal so big, so massive that's big Trump energy there. My bad. But you've completed a goal that you didn't even know you could. Congratulations to all of us who this year completed goals that we had no idea were coming. Okay? But back to you, and this isn't about me. When it comes to the World card, what I notice is that a lot of people who read tarot will immediately say, but this could mean something negative. It's not. Everything about this card is successful. Everything about this card is screaming, not only have you accomplished a goal, or you're about to accomplish a goal. So shout out to those of you who recently graduated. This is big graduation energy. You have no idea how good it's about to get. You don't see it. And so when you chose 2828, what I could already tell is that you're not there yet. Meaning that you're not even at the finish line. You think it's good. It just got started. Because what did this card say? Abundance is yours. Abundance is yours to claim. Be open to receive the gifts of the universe. And so what I could already pick up on is that you have this friend group where they doubt themselves a lot. I don't really know why you're still friends. I think it's maybe because you've just known each other a long time. But there's this friend group I'm seeing, and there's at least two of them that they are or were in this household of like nothing but negativity. And you're likely friends with them just because you've known them a long time, but you've outgrown that. I'm not saying that you can't be friends with with these people or this person anymore. And I'm picking up on that it's more than one person. But what I am saying is to be mindful of what you're telling them and what you're sharing with them, because I'm picking up on some jealousy here. I'm picking up on a little bit, and not even maliciously. It's more like, I wish I was like that. I wish I could be like that. And you don't need that right now. I'm not telling you, hey, don't be friends with them. I'm not saying that they're even bad friends. What I'm saying is that they're not ready to face the issues that they have within themselves. And so because of that, it can begin to affect your energy. All right. And with this world card being the card that I pulled first, that tells me that it's time for you to make the next big decision regarding your goals. I understand if you're in a relationship or a marriage, that I totally get that's important. But right now, your focus has to be that goal, because there's something I'm definitely seeing here, that there's something in your life that is going to be vital for the collective, meaning that, let's say that you're a doctor or you want to be a doctor. What you end up discovering helps tons of people. Okay. And so what would happen then? Well, I'm sorry. What would you need to do to get to that point? Focus. You got to stay locked in. You got to stay, you know what? This is where I'm at right now, guys. I need to focus on this goal. It doesn't mean that my voice is going out. My goodness. And it doesn't mean that I don't care about my loved ones. Of course, it doesn't mean that, but it means I've got to stay focused, and they're going to help you focus, because I can already see that. I see that there's a person who has their hand on your shoulder. It is likely one of your spirit guides though, but you do physically have people here that are rooting for you, that see that there's a goal in mind and see more in you than you see in yourself. And so the world card, as this one goal comes to a completion, is telling you this, we're just starting. This is just point A. Okay. And so how I knew that was because the next card is the Page of Wands. And the Page of Wands is about this idea of the limit does not exist. I have so many ideas. There's so many things I want to do. There's so many things I want to accomplish, and I'm excited, and I want to explore this area, and I want to do this over here. That's Page of Wands energy, strong. Okay. And so what I advise you to do is, if you don't already have a Capricorn in your friend circle or to help you complete these goals, get to know a Capricorn, because they are outstanding at completing goals. Well, a healed Capricorn. An unhealed one, my goodness, it is kind of the opposite. And I'm sorry, new moons, one moment. But yes, for those of you who chose 2828, understand that you have the direction. Follow that direction like it's a map, okay? Follow it to a T, and get you some Capricorn friends if you don't have any. Some healed Capricorn friends, all right? Not the raggedy ones that are the exact opposite. They are going to help. And yes, of course, get you some Virgo friends. We're great planners, but I can feel strongly it's a Capricorn that helps you reach that goal. Or you have strong Capricorn placements in your birth chart. I see it. I know what I'm talking about. Why does my phone decide to go off the second I hit record? One moment. All right, new moons. Thank you for not minding that I needed to check my phone. It might go off again in a second, but getting over to the last reading, but definitely not the least important, because this is an extremely important reading. I can tell by the Oracle card. Oracle card 999, which says self-love. The foundation of all love is self-love. The angels urge you to practice self-care and self-compassion, as this will lead to more fulfilling and harmonious relationships. All right. So let's see what your message from Aphrodite is this week. All right. Spirit, help us out. What is their reading? All right, Spirit. I'm doing some weird shuffling here. These cards are big. It's hard to shuffle them. I don't have very big hands, so I struggle. Ooh, the King of Pentacles. Okay. Okay, King of Pentacles. Okay, strong energy. All right, I see you. You said, you know who I am? I'm me. I'm her. I'm him. I hate when people say that, by the way. I was joking. Okay. Okay. Not too much. Not too much on you. I'm not having it. So, I see it here. I see it. People don't like that you like yourself at all. Friend. They don't. They are big bothered. You know why? Because not only will you be, and I say will you, that you will be, I'm not saying you're not successful. What I'm saying is that this is only a small portion. To them, this is massive. To you, this is like, oh, this is a regular Tuesday for me. What do you mean? Or Monday, since this episode airs on Mondays. King of Pentacles energy is very much so, I'm prosperous, but I'm also generous. I think of others. And so you're not somebody who's like, well, you can't sit with us. You're very much so, if I'm doing good, then if I eat, everybody eats. If I'm okay, everybody's okay, or I'm going to get them there. You're not selfish in any way, shape, or form. However, they take it for some reason as some kind of attack on them. And I can already tell this isn't a friend. This isn't a coworker. This isn't a relationship. This is somebody who you just vaguely know and you're just nice to them. So it could be somebody you know in passing. It could be a friend of a friend. You know what I mean? So it is not even someone that is heavily on your radar. I can feel that strongly, that in your mind, it's, oh yeah, I know them. It's that for you. For them, though, they are obsessed. I can already, first of all, I see them scrolling your social media right now. Right now. If you have the option to see who's viewing your profile, after you get to a certain amount of followers on TikTok, I don't know of other platforms, but typically it's the same thing. You can't see who's viewing your profile. But if you do have that ability, I bet you're going to find them. I bet you this entire tarot deck that you're going to find them. So as you are over here being a leader and you are someone who spiritually is aligned, you understand the universe, you are constantly learning, you're constantly healing. And in that process of you constantly learning and healing, you're helping other people to get there. You don't even know it. You have no idea the influence that you have. You should be an influencer. Okay, even though I really hate that word, but you really should. You should consider it if you're not already, because there's something about you that draws in people to see what is it that you're doing? What is it that makes you you? And it's not even that they want to copy it. It's that they want some of that energy, and not in a negative way. But this person in particular that seems to have some kind of issue with you, once you figure out who it is, because I can tell that it's just somebody you know in passing. I need you to avoid them at all costs. Maybe you need to lock down your social media. Maybe you need to block them if you do figure out who it is. But they are not somebody whose energy you need around you. Okay. Now, I'm not picking up on witchcraft. I'm not seeing that they're hexing you or anything like that. But a lot of people don't realize you're hexing someone whenever you're pushing your jealousy and your envy on them. All right. And take this from a witch. I don't always do traditional spells, guys. Yes, I might pull out a candle or a jar, etc. But there are also times that I will just concentrate on a person's energy and either take that energy for myself because they're a shitty person and I want to transmute it, or I will say, you know what? I want good things for them. So I'm going to concentrate on good things happening for them. That's what I mean. Okay. And so this person's the exact opposite. They're like, man, I can't stand you. You suck. I don't know why everybody likes you. That hate that they have for themselves, man, are they reflecting it at you? Because this card, self-love 999, first of all, that's your angel number, period. I hope you know that. That's your angel number for the rest of your life. You're going to see it all the time. Okay? I already know you're about to see it right after this show ends. You're about to. And because of that foundation that you have of self-love, you built it brick by brick. It wasn't, oh, I had a super supportive family and then everybody loved me. No, it was, you have no idea what it took for me to get to this point. And if they did, I promise you they would still resent you anyway. So keep moving forward. Keep on. I know that that's my collective message all the time. Keep moving forward, keep moving forward, keep going. And it's because if you only knew the amount of people that keep trying to stop us, that's why I keep saying it, is that, man, will they do everything to get in your way? Man, will they do everything but heal? And those of us that are doing the work to heal, you are under attack. You are. And I am not somebody I don't do fear mongering. Absolutely not. I can't stand when people try to make somebody fearful of anything. But I see it. And I see it for a lot of us, especially women, unfortunately, where the second that they see that you're healing, the second that they see that you're doing well or that you have accomplished anything, and when I say they, I'm referring to maybe that dusty ex, maybe that past situationship, maybe this teacher who you did something better than. That's what I mean by they. Is that insert whoever that is or whoever they are, okay? And this King of Pentacles energy tells me that they couldn't even think to get close to who you are and who you're becoming, because this is a tiny portion of who you're becoming, all right? And so the last card in this reading told me everything I needed to know, the Judgment card. Because not only is there this new phase of you becoming an even bigger version of this great person that you are, but it's going to end up moving into your personal relationships. If you're not already married, when I tell you that the person that's about to come into your life is something that you write stories about, love stories, love songs, that's, my song Happily Ever After. I'm not plugging my song, but shameless plug here. It's that energy of this person comes in, and not only are they a breath of fresh air, but you together, it's like watching The Notebook, which I haven't watched in I don't know how many years, but it's that, oh my God, this is the most epic love ever, because you took that time to love you first. And so with this Judgment card, I'm so excited for you. Moving into this new phase of your personal relationships, it also is going to take you back to areas of your life where you examine the people who weren't that kind to you, the people who didn't want to see you succeed, and you come to terms with it because it wasn't ever about you. And now you really get it. Now you really see it from a different point of view. And do I think that this person who comes into your life or that is in your life helps you get there? Absolutely. And it's going to be based on their own personal story. All right. And so here's what I see for all of you collectively this week. All right. First of all, I want to tell you that a number keeps popping up in my head, and that number is 3434. I wanted to make sure that it was just the 2 and that it wasn't seeing like 34, 34, 34. No. 3434. And so when you see this number, because I keep seeing it in bright red letters, it looks like it's painted on something. It's this message of, I know you don't understand it. I know you don't understand us meaning your spirit team, your spirit guides, but we're doing this for you. We're doing this to help you, and you don't see it that way yet, and you don't believe it, and you don't want to hear it, but you need to know that we see everything, we hear everything, we got you, okay? At first, you're just not going to be ready for that message. I can feel heavily that a lot of you, like me, and man, has it been tough? It's been tough, guys, but we're at the end of that cycle of it being so tough. Okay. And that's a message for me too. So I hope that even though I never really listened to my own recordings, I hope I come back to this recording, that pain, the suffering, the trauma, the constant heartache, it is at its end. And when we see 34, 34, big red letters, don't know where they're at. I keep saying like a white wall and 34, 34. That's that message from the universe saying, I know you don't get it, but we got you. I know that you are over it, but we got you. Okay? So look for that. I want this week, those of you who enjoy wearing cute outfits, and that should be all of you, gentlemen, that includes you too. I want you to incorporate a little bit of orange. Orange is not a color that I gravitate to myself, but I want you to incorporate a little bit of orange because for whatever reason, it kind of helps you radiate the exact energy of this last reading, this 999 reading that I just did. Okay. So new moons, we're going to wrap up today's episode right there because I do need to get moving, but I hope that you enjoyed these readings for the week. Remember, these are collective messages where I was using the energy of Aphrodite and pretty much every bit of energy that I use in general. Your spirit team, my spirit team, deities I work with, Santa, etc. Santa being Santa Muerte. Okay? So, and by the way, for those of you who are devotees of Santissima and you have been asking me, will I be releasing anything for her? Absolutely. Absolutely. That will be released next year because it is still in the works of what I want to do with it. I want it to be special. It will likely be in audio form only because I really want to think about it though. So I don't want to rush it. But yes, I did want to answer that question while I was thinking about it. All right, new moons, time to go. One moment. Putting out the new moons for aligning with the frequency of the Lua Nova podcast. And as you are picking up your things, make sure that you don't forget your phone, grab your keys. All right. Grab that hoodie over there on the chair as you are preparing to leave. I want you to know that if you have any questions for me, if you would like for the team to send you the Lua Nova disclaimer, or if you want to learn more about Lua Nova or me, go to luanovapodcast.net. Aphrodite's algorithm is available at goddessoflove.net, and it is where you can purchase the ebook or you can access the audio album. Okay. And the audio album will be available on Spotify, Apple Music, Pandora, YouTube Music, etc. Even though it is not a musical album, I put it in album form so that more people would have access to it. Okay. If you want more content, become a Patreon member and download the Patreon app or go to patreon.com/the Lua Nova podcast. And I want to always take a moment to thank those of you who have helped Lua Nova grow by donating. And if you want to donate, you absolutely don't have to, but if you want to, the Venmo username is @LuaNova. The Cash App username is $Lua Nova podcast. All right, new moons, this closes out the Aphrodite's algorithm series. I will reference it here and there. I know that I mentioned that I would put inserts of the book in here, but then I thought to myself, you can really just go listen to it from wherever for free. It is, it's available to you for free. If you're a free Spotify user, free on Pandora, and I don't know how Pandora works, but if you already have Apple Music, then you can already listen to the book. So I didn't want to just keep pushing it. It's not like music where it's like we can all just stop and dance. So since it's a book that I'm reading, I was like, look, if you want to hear me read this book, which is pretty much like a podcast, then you can just go do that for free. I won't insert it at all. I have no plans to do that. Now for Patreon members, I will likely be doing something along those lines for you so that you can just have a different type of access to the ebook. I'm not really sure what I want to do yet regarding that. In fact, I'm pretty sure my Patreon members, you're going to be hearing the next book that I am currently working on. You're going to be hearing what's going into that book and why it's going to be taking me a lot longer to finish that one than it did Aphrodite's algorithm. But the other book is based on manifestation. It's kind of going to be the outline for anybody, especially people who are new to manifestation, to know what to learn what everything means, such as the universal laws, things like that. Okay. It's going to be in one book form. And yes, it will also be an audio book for you in album form so that there's more access to it. All right. I think I covered everything. Let me grab my tarot deck and I'm going to get up out of here too. All right, new moons, have a safe rest of your week. Be kind to yourself and to other people. My goodness, please be kind, especially now. All this negativity, tune that nonsense out. Let's all take a deep breath in. Exhale the bullshit. All right, new moons. I will talk to you next week. Ciao, ciao.